Steph, good morning, and here's what we're following. After nearly 30 years in prison, convicted serial killer Paul Bernardo is set to have a parole hearing today.
Back, please. Please, get back.
Bernardo was convicted in 1995 for the rape and murders of Leslie Mahaffey, Kristen French, and Tammy Homolka, committed with his then-wife Carla Homolka. Bernardo became eligible for parole 3 years ago, but his application was denied within 30 minutes. The lawyer representing the French and Mahaffey families will be holding a news conference following today's hearing. You can stay with CityNews.ca throughout the day for more. Well, an arrest has been made after that shooting at a birthday party in Rexdale that sent 3 people to hospital, 1 child with critical injuries. Now, this happened Saturday evening in the area of Tandridge Crescent and Byng Avenue. A 1-year-old and 11-year-old, both been treated and released from hospital. A 5-year-old girl is still in critical condition. A 24-year-old man, the lone adult injured in this incident, has been arrested. Damar Cadogan is facing multiple charges, including discharging a firearm with intent. Many in the community say more needs to be done to end this type of violence.
They're traumatized, they're terrified, they want help, they want resources. You know, they want things around here to change, and they've wanted that for a while. This is an us problem. This is not a marginalized community problem. This is not a black problem. This is a Torontonian problem. Help us, help these people.
It's unclear what the man was attempting to do or who the intended target was, but police say the investigation still very much ongoing. Anyone who may have information asked to contact them. A court appearance for the man accused in murdering a Muslim family in London in what police say is a hate-motivated attack. 20-year-old Nathaniel Veltman charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of attempted murder, and terrorism. Yesterday, the court heard the suspect is still in the process of retaining a lawyer. 46-year-old Salman Afzal, his wife Madias Salman, their daughter Yumna, and grandmother Talat Afzal were killed in a hit-and-run earlier this month. A 9-year-old boy survived. The next court date scheduled for the 28th. Well, the federal government has eased some border restrictions for Canadians who are fully vaccinated, with the new measures set to kick in next month.
Fully vaccinated travelers who are permitted to enter Canada will no longer be subject to the federal requirement to quarantine. Fully vaccinated travelers will not be required to take a COVID-19 test on day 8 or stay at a government-authorized hotel.
The new rules apply to citizens, permanent residents, and some travelers like international students. Residents must also be vaccinated at least 14 days before arrival, and there are still some rules that fully vaccinated residents must follow when landing in Canada.
Fully vaccinated travelers must submit their vaccination information using the ArriveCan app before arriving at the Canadian border. There are no changes to our current border measures for those who are not fully vaccinated.
The new measures also only apply to those who received Canadian-approved COVID-19 vaccines. So Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, and Johnson & Johnson. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will be providing a COVID-19 update happening at 11:15 this morning. And as always, we will stream on our website, CityNews.ca. Now, there are a lot of questions here. So coming up at 7 this morning, City News Parliament Hill Bureau Chief Cormac McSweeney will be joining us with details about these changed border restrictions and how it could be the first step toward finally reopening that Canada-U.S. land border. Meanwhile, Canada is extending its ban on incoming flights from India. The flight ban has been extended another 30 days until July 21st. Passengers from India coming with an indirect route still must have a valid negative COVID test from a third country before arriving in Canada. So this extension comes amid growing concerns over the Delta variant first discovered in India. However, the flight ban has not been extended to Pakistan. Passengers coming on a direct flight must have a COVID-19 test before landing in the country. To Quebec now, where 1 man killed after a tornado touching down in the southern region. And this happened just before 4 yesterday afternoon in Mascouche. That's a suburb just north of Montreal. Officials say the victim had taken shelter inside a shed when the tornado hit. The fire department is trying to secure the area. There is reported damage around several parts of the city. The Quebec branch of the Red Cross saying between 50 to 100 people have been offered help, like food, clothing, and shelter. Officials are trying to determine the strength of this twister. And we're going to talk to Frank in a little bit on this coming up. Okay, your time right now is 6:09. Coming up, we've seen a few shortages in this pandemic. You remember toilet paper, and now chicken wings. Chris McCusker will explain, coming up in business.